And there's other parts of the story that seem to explain the funerary customs of ancient Egypt. For instance, Seth designed a coffin to Osiris's exact measurements. We see this exactness in the famous anthropomorphic coffins inside the more elaborate tombs. Another example is that Isis brought Osiris back to Egypt and put him back together. She even created a prosthetic for his missing phallus. This represents the belief that in order to be accepted into the afterlife, you must be whole, you must be preserved, and you must be buried in Egypt. This explains why there's mummies and why some have artificial limbs. And it was also important not just to be buried in Egypt, but to be buried on the west side of the Nile. Since the sun was born every day in the east and died every day in the west, death was associated with the west. So dead people were called Westerners. Finally, I mentioned that Isis went on a long journey. This represents anyone's life journey that is filled with challenges. And no matter how difficult one's life is, it's important to live according to Ma'at. I'm sure you recall that I said Ma'at was important for the pharaoh, but it was also important for anyone who wanted everlasting life.